Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the Coachella do's and don'ts, I guess you could say. So I'm going to give you guys some tips, especially for the people that are going to weekend one and have never been before. And weekend one is actually this weekend. So I'll be going weekend two, but this is for everyone, especially the people who are going for weekend one. Okay, so first of all, deciding what weekend you want to go. So if you're going weekend one or weekend two, there are a few deciding factors that actually most people don't really consider and you wouldn't think would make a difference as far as the weekends are concerned, but they make a big difference. So the first one is price. So weekend one is at least $530 and weekend two starts off at $400. So there's $100 difference between the two weekends. Why? I don't know. I guess for like the people who kind of want to get it out of the way or just so excited that they'd rather pay more to go the first weekend than wait and pay $100 less to go weekend two. When I went last year, I went weekend one and I didn't realize that there was a price difference because my grandmother was sweet enough to buy my ticket for me, so I never knew that there was a difference. Otherwise, I would have went weekend two. So bear in mind that there's a $100 difference when you pick between the weekends. Same performers, different weekends. So I really don't know why there's a price difference. Hotel versus Airbnb. Okay, so courtesy of Beyonce this year. I assume it would have been the case last year if she would have actually went and wouldn't have gotten pregnant and whatnot. This year they bumped up all the prices for the hotels and Airbnbs anyway because of Beyonce, is what I've been told, especially by the hotel concierge and things like that. So it's gonna be arm and a leg either way, but I think it's more beneficial when you go with other people. Like, definitely don't try and go with either by yourself or with just two people. It's so expensive, so expensive. Like I said, I was thankful last year to have my grandmother who helped pay for everything, so I didn't have to worry too much about costs. And then I had my cousin going with us and she even paid for her ticket. But if you don't have that luxury and you're paying out of pocket like I'm sort of doing this year, still having help, but I would definitely consider rooming with some people. So this year for weekend two, I'm rooming with about like 6 to 8 other people in an Airbnb. So last year I stayed at the Best Western and it was just me and my cousin. And this year it's gonna be me, a friend of mine, and then her uncle, and then a few of their friends. And so we're staying at an Airbnb, and it's just a lot more cost effective. So the price for our shared Airbnb, at least per person, it came out to, it was supposed to be $400, but it ended up being $300 in my case. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, in comparison to how much you would pay for a hotel, like hotels were, I think like $1,000. It was something crazy. Like it just seems so overpriced, to be honest. Especially like not even like for Beyonce. Like it's like, would you pay that much for Queen Bee? I would, but you know, can't break the bank. So you have to be smart and efficient. So definitely bunk with as many people as you can. So that's it for the hotel versus Airbnb. Tip number three, Coughchella. So I heard about Coughchella before I actually went to Coachella. I forgot who warned me. I think I was just looking it up on the internet, honestly, just to like research what I should like know, like the do's and don'ts. And so Coughchella was like a big thing, and I'm like, this is gonna be bad for me. I'm like, I have asthma, or I had asthma at one point, so I'm like still lingering there somewhere. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be coughing to death the entire time I'm there. Am I gonna need a bandana? Like, I was just trying to plan this all out. Like, I was stressed out. I was like, I don't want to cough, you know, the entire time I'm there. So in hindsight, I just brought like, you know, a bandana just in case when I got there. And so you think, okay, they call it Coughchella because it's nothing but dust and desert there. And then you think it's gonna be windy, and then it's just not fun for people with allergies either. So I'm like, I've got allergies and had asthma, so I was like, I'm screwed. So going in, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna have my bandana. So I go in, chilling. the whole 3 days, I didn't have not one like asthma attack, quote unquote. I didn't have like any allergy like outbursts or outbreaks or anything like that. So it was great as far as Coughchella is concerned. So I think that's more of a myth, at least for me. And like I said, my allergies are more bad than my asthma. So even then I wasn't like dying, eyes watering, sniffling, you know, anything crazy. So just in case, bring a bandana just to kind of like filter out all the dust and stuff that's in the air, but I didn't have a problem with it. Number 4, dressing cute or dressing smart. So I kind of dined out last year in the sense of I dressed really cute the first day, and I was blessed enough to be featured in Essence. I think it was more so for my hair though, but the outfit was cute. It was Fashion Nova, and I had my natural hair cut short, super cute. Was feeling myself. First day, great. Second day, I kind of like went the more like less boho chic. I had like a Victoria's Secret bralette, some shorts, and some tennis shoes. I regret it, in the sense of just not feeling like super cute. Like I know I'm gonna go all out this year, so I have to redeem myself. So yeah, so you can also be cute and smart about it. So this year I'm planning on getting a lot more comfortable sandals and wedges, and maybe not wedges. I'm still deciding about that because I can only last so long in wedges, period, like on a good day, let alone walking around an entire festival for like hours. So probably going more of the sandal route, and be aware that your feet are gonna be dusty as hell when you're walking through that festival, especially if you wear sandals. Because if you go to like the shuttle areas, there's a little more dirt and things like that. Majority of the festival's grass though, but it's just, you know, you're gonna run into some dusty areas and you're gonna have to walk through them. You're gonna have to look down at your feet and be like, my feet just got like 5 shades lighter and ashier. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so dress smart, but dress cute too. You can do both, it's possible. So number 5, how hot is Coachella? So I don't know if you guys have ever just been to the desert in general. My dad lives in Victorville, so I'm in the desert quite frequently, or just even if you go to the Inland Empire. But being out in the quote unquote desert, where it's more of like a dry heat or a dry cold, like you just feel nothing but sun or nothing but chill. So when you're at Coachella, you feel nothing but sun, unless you're one of those people who seek out the shade 24/7, and you're gonna have to do that at some point so you don't pass out and die. So find, like, they have beautiful giant trees like all over the festival grounds. So find a tree, sit down, take a break in between sets. If there's the great thing about Coachella is they have their lineup already on the Coachella app, and you're able to pick your favorites of who you want to see for those 3 days, and you can find an empty space in between those sets to go either sit down in the shade, which I highly recommend, or get some food and then sit down in the shade, or get some water and then sit down in the shade. Whatever you do, sit down in the shade when you get a chance, because you are going to want to pass out. So it's hot. It's hot. It's gonna be at least 98 to 99 degrees. The minimum I checked, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hotter, considering the weather changes as the week goes on, but expect it to be at least 98 degrees, and you're gonna feel it. But it's not like an unbearable heat. Like you think, because it's the desert and things like that, it's gonna be hot and you're just gonna be sitting there melting. But think about it, you're also in different venues, and you, like I said, you're finding shade, you're drinking water. So you're gonna be hot, but not unbearable hot. You're gonna be having fun. So, you know, you're gonna be with your friends and things like that. You will sweat a little. So I don't know if you wanna like pack some deodorant or something, but you will be a little sweaty. So bear that in mind. And just have fun. Like I said, stay shady. Don't be shady, but stay in the shade. And stay cool. Get some water. Definitely have some water. Have some Gatorade. They have little convenient stores. They call them general stores. No, mostly by the entrance. They're all scattered throughout the festival grounds. But as soon as you walk in, go in, get a bottle of Gatorade. Water can only do so much. Gatorade has the electrolytes to replenish your body, get you going, give you energy. So go and get a bottle of Gatorade. I think the Gatorade was like $2. It wasn't expensive at all. So that's like the blessing, is a lot of the drinks and stuff weren't overpriced or anything crazy. And then definitely stay hydrated and stay cool. So you don't, for food and drinks, food, when you first arrive there, so last year we did the smart thing. We got some money and we went to the Albertsons that our shuttle picked us up from, that's across the street from our hotel. We went to that Albertsons. We stocked up on food. Like we got, what did we get? We got this really good bean dip. We got some, I think, rotisserie chicken. We got, what else? Some potato salad. Like we just got some things that you could just honestly like toss on a plate, stuff your face and go. Like, cause we were staying at the Best Western. And the beautiful thing about the Best Western is they had complimentary breakfast. So when you really don't have to worry too much about where your food's coming from, if you're making it, you know, just all this other extra cost-effective things that you have to keep in mind, it's really beneficial when you buy things in bulk that are already made. Just put it on a plate, eat it and go. So this year though, we're gonna be doing things a little differently. We are, I think, gonna be cooking a lot, especially since we're in the Airbnb. We have our own kitchen. It's different when you're at the Best Western and all you have is a refrigerator. So yeah, this year I think we're gonna be cooking a lot more. But if you even don't feel like cooking, like you're in the group, you're like, hey guys, I don't feel like, you know, cooking or this and that. There may be somebody in the group who still wants to cook, but you can still go to the grocery store and buy things that are ready to go and ready for you to eat. Number 7, avoid a popular artist in a small venue. So last year I had probably the worst time ever as far as seeing an artist perform. So it was, I think, Saturday, and the person performing that they stuck, so mind you, they have different venues for different artists that they believe is going to, the venues correlate to how big I suppose they think the artist is, or I guess venue space and the timing of the different artists that are playing at the same time. So, mind you, they have I think there's 3 big stages, 3 main stages, where the 3 main artists perform, and then there's different venues throughout the festival grounds, and they have the different smaller artists, quote unquote, in those venues. So they decided to put, I think it was Gucci Mane, in a small venue. Granted, I know Gucci Mane ain't no Drake or anything along those lines, but the man is not small either. So we went into the venue not knowing we were getting ourselves in. We got to the venue late too, because I think his show and another artist's show were like overlapping and right on top of each other, and that's gonna happen too with some of your artists. So just keep in mind, if you want to see one more than the other, leave that show as soon as you can to get to the other show early, so you can get a front row like position and be all up in there. So with him, his overlapped with someone else's, and so we got to his late. By the time we got to his, we were packed in there like sardines. And I've never been claustrophobic in my life, but you put me in there with like 1,000 people and all you have space to do is barely breathe. You can't even turn to the side. You can't lift your arm. You can't do anything but honestly look straight and try and look over people's heads. It's another thing when you're short too. Mind you, I'm 5'2", 5'3". So when you're in a crowd like that, it's not fun. So we weren't even in the venue. That's how packed it was. That's how crowded it was. The people were spilling out of the venue. We were on the left-hand side of the venue because the venue has 3 doors. It has the main entrance, which is in the very back. It has a side door and another side door. we were on this side. So we were spilling out of the venue. And we had people that were still trying to dance in the small freaking space that we had to move. And then I couldn't see. So I'm like, I don't even know who's performing, what's going on, because I can't see over the guy in front of me. And so he's like tall, like 6'something, and I'm like, bruh, give me space. I want to see. So I'm just sitting there like, I hate my life. This is horrible. And then people start bumping. You know, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I was so irritated. I'm done. I want to go home. Like, I was over it. And so I'm like looking at my cousin, and she's like being rocked back and forth by the people around her, and then she's irritated. So I'm like, okay, we gotta leave. And so it was so packed, we couldn't even move to leave. Like, that's how bad it was. And the people that were actually inside the venue, like the people that actually had made it inside, were trying to come out. So when they were coming out, they were shifting everybody and like on the side. So they were shifting all of us, and we were all getting tossed. And I'm losing my footing. I'm about to fall, and I'm trying not to get trampled. And so it was just a bad experience, at least a bad idea on Coachella's part, as far as putting him in that small venue, because it was dangerous, honestly. Like, I thought at one point I was gonna get knocked over and trampled, because we had so many people coming in and out. And so finally we were just like, forget the set, we're leaving. And so we finally were like able to maneuver. We had like some help with the guys around us, kind of like make like space and barriers to let us out. And it was so sweet. But yeah, so we were just done for the night. So that was Saturday. So be careful when you see that there is a big artist in a small venue. It can get very dangerous, it can get very annoying, and you're not gonna have the best time if you know that there's gonna be a lot of people in that venue and not enough space for anybody in that venue. So, number 8, fanny pack versus backpack. On any other day but a festival, I hate fanny packs. I hate them with a passion. It just seems like a dad thing to me. Like, who's rolling around with a fanny pack? No disrespect to people who love it. I hate them. I hate them. And so, last year I had a backpack. It was a cute little small, convenient backpack. They don't let you take anything bigger, like maybe like a school backpack. I don't think they let you carry anything that size, so it has to be really small. And so it was super convenient, just toss it on my back. And then it was inconvenient when it came to the venues and having to be in those crowds where I wouldn't trust people with that open space in my backpack, like being able to unzip it and zip it, you know, things like that. So I would take it off my back and hold it in front of me when I was at a venue. So that was a little more inconvenient. So this year, told myself to quit being, you know, crackheaded and bougie and go ahead and get a fanny pack. So I'm gonna go to most likely Forever 21 and get a cute little fanny pack that I can match with most of my outfits. And it'll be a little more convenient for me. I'm going to try and find a really, really cute one. Because they do have cute ones, it's just, I hate fanny packs. They're just so ugly to me. It's like that and Crocs. I don't know, I think should be like illegal or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to go with the fanny pack this year. And we'll see how it works. Because I had a lot of stuff stuffed into my backpack last year, like the drinks that we didn't feel like carrying, I would stick them in the backpack. So this year we're going to see how that works. And I'll give you guys a follow-up video and let you know. But definitely I would go with more of a fanny pack, if anything. It's a lot more convenient. Cute or not, it's convenient. You gotta be smart, you know. And this is the case where you gotta be smart rather than cute. But you can do both if you find a really cute one. Like the really expensive ones that are like Gucci and, you know, all those other really expensive fanny packs. You can't afford those, we're balling on a budget. So we're gonna find a really cute one at Forever 21. And I'll give you guys the details and let you know how it goes. So last note, take note of Coachella's do's and don'ts. So they have an entire list of things that you should bring and things that you shouldn't bring. And keep that in mind, because you're gonna think, oh, this is fine to take, you know, and then you get to the venue and they make you, or you get to the festival grounds and you go through security and they make you throw it away. So to avoid having anything you want to keep thrown away, definitely look at the list before you get to security or before you even leave your hotel or Airbnb, because it'd be really inconvenient to either, like, because most people aren't going to obviously go back to the hotel and put it away unless it's something really, really important. they're just gonna throw it away. So definitely take a look at that list and just look it over. It's just some really small stuff. Like you can't bring like, you know, digital cameras, at least things that have lenses on them. You can't bring just different stuff like no glow sticks, stuff you wouldn't even think that, you know, wouldn't be allowed at a festival isn't allowed, I guess because they want you to buy their stuff, of course. So yeah, so definitely bear in mind of Coachella's do's and don'ts, but I hope these tips helped. If you guys have any more questions as far as what to do and what not to do at Coachella, definitely leave a comment down below. You can DM me on any of my social medias. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what video you guys would like to see next. I'm definitely gonna video and hopefully vlog all of Coachella if I can. Courtesy of JLux Label, I have to do a little more of the social media aspect of things. So taking more photos, taking more videos. So those will definitely be a part of the next video that I post up about Coachella. So that I'll be posting that most likely after weekend 2, so you guys can see how everything went, and then that'll give you guys a little more insight of what to do for next year if you guys end up going. But thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. Goodbye.